In our modern world, data is everywhere. It is the new oil, the lifeblood of every successful organization. Companies constantly collect vast amounts of information from websites, mobile apps, smart devices, and internal systems. This information holds incredible potential. It can reveal customer behavior, streamline operations, and drive innovation. However, this data is often raw, messy, and disorganized. It sits in different places and in different formats. To unlock its true value, it needs to be collected, transformed, and made ready for analysis. This is where the critical role of a data engineer comes into the picture, acting as the architect of the modern data landscape. The challenge of managing this data explosion is immense. Businesses need skilled professionals who can build and maintain the systems that handle these massive data sets. This is not a simple task. It requires a deep understanding of databases, data processing frameworks, and how to make data flow reliably from its source to its destination. The data engineer builds the foundational pipelines that data scientists and analysts depend on. Without these robust systems, all the advanced analytics and machine learning models would be impossible to implement. The demand for individuals with these specialized skills has never been higher, making it a very exciting and rewarding career path to pursue. Cloud platforms like Microsoft Azure have become the go-to solution for modern data challenges. They offer powerful, scalable, and cost-effective services that are specifically designed for big data workloads. Instead of companies buying and managing their own expensive hardware, they can use Azure's global infrastructure. This allows them to build sophisticated data solutions without a massive upfront investment. Azure provides a rich ecosystem of tools for data storage, data processing, and analytics. A data engineer who is proficient in Azure can design solutions that are not only powerful, but also flexible and secure, meeting the evolving needs of the business in a dynamic environment. This is precisely where the DP-203 certification, Data Engineering on Microsoft Azure, becomes so important. It serves as a clear validation of your ability to design and implement these complex data solutions using Microsoft's cloud platform. Earning this certification demonstrates to potential employers that you have the necessary skills to handle the entire data lifecycle. It shows that you can work with various Azure services to build reliable data pipelines, manage data storage effectively, and ensure the security and performance of the entire data estate. It is your formal credential, proving you are ready to tackle the real-world challenges of a modern data engineer. The DP-203 exam is carefully structured to test your practical skills across the entire spectrum of data engineering on Azure. It is broken down into 4 key knowledge domains, each focusing on a critical aspect of the role. The first and largest domain is designing and implementing data storage. This area covers about 40 to 45% of the exam. It tests your ability to choose the right storage solution for different types of data, whether it is structured, semi-structured, or unstructured. You will need to understand services like Azure Blob Storage, Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2, and Azure Cosmos DB, and know how to configure them for optimal performance, scalability, and security. The second major domain, which makes up 25 to 30% of the exam, is focused on designing and developing data processing solutions. This is the heart of data transformation. Here, your knowledge of tools like Azure Data Factory and Azure Synapse Analytics is put to the test. You must be able to build data pipelines that extract data from various sources, transform it into a usable format, and load it into a destination system. This includes understanding how to use technologies like Apache Spark within Azure Synapse or Azure Databricks to perform large-scale data processing efficiently. The goal is to create automated, repeatable workflows that clean and enrich the data. Security is paramount in any data solution, and the third domain, design and implement data security, accounts for 10 to 15% of the exam questions. This section ensures you know how to protect data both at rest and in transit. You will be tested on your ability to configure access controls, manage permissions, and implement data encryption. It involves understanding Azure's security features, such as Azure Key Vault for managing secrets, private endpoints for securing network traffic, and Microsoft Purview for data governance and discovery. A data engineer must be able to build solutions that are not just functional, but also comply with strict security and privacy requirements. Finally, the fourth domain covers monitoring and optimizing data storage and data processing, also making up 10 to 15% of the exam. A data solution is never truly finished. It requires continuous oversight to ensure it runs efficiently. This part of the exam tests your skills in monitoring pipeline runs, identifying performance bottlenecks, and troubleshooting failures. You need to be familiar with Azure Monitor and Azure Log Analytics to track the health of your services. It also involves understanding how to optimize costs and performance by right-sizing resources and refining your data processing logic, ensuring the solution remains effective and economical over time. The ideal candidate for the DP-203 certification is someone who is passionate about data and has a solid foundation in data processing concepts. This exam is aimed at data engineers and developers who are responsible for designing and building data solutions on the cloud. You should have a good grasp of core data concepts like ETL, or extract, transform, load processes, data warehousing, and different data modeling techniques. While there are no strict formal prerequisites to sit for the exam, having some hands-on experience is highly recommended. You should be comfortable with at least one programming language commonly used in data engineering, such as SQL, Python, or Scala. Before diving into DP-203 preparation, it is beneficial to have a foundational understanding of Microsoft Azure itself. If you are new to the platform, starting with the AZ900, Azure Fundamentals Certification can be a great first step. This will give you a broad overview of Azure's core services, security principles, and pricing models, which provides a solid base to build upon. Having this fundamental knowledge allows you to focus your DP-203 studies on the specific data services without getting lost in the basics of the cloud platform. Practical experience, even from personal projects, in deploying and managing resources in Azure will be incredibly valuable. When it comes to studying, Microsoft provides an excellent set of free resources. The official Microsoft Learn Path for DP-203 is the best place to start. It is a comprehensive, self-paced learning program that aligns directly with the exam's skill domains. It includes detailed articles, tutorials, and hands-on labs that allow you to practice using the Azure services in a real environment. These official materials are meticulously updated to reflect the latest changes to the exam and the Azure platform, so you can be confident that you are learning the most current and relevant information needed to succeed. Beyond the official Microsoft materials, there are many other high-quality resources to supplement your learning. Online training platforms offer in-depth video courses that can help clarify complex topics. Many of these courses include practice exams, which are essential for gauging your readiness and getting accustomed to the question formats. Participating in online communities, forums, or study groups can also be very helpful. These platforms allow you to ask questions, share knowledge with other learners, and stay motivated throughout your preparation journey. Combining different types of resources will give you a well-rounded and thorough preparation for the exam. Understanding the structure of the DP-203 exam is key to managing your time effectively on test day. The exam typically consists of 40 to 60 questions, which you will have about 100 minutes to complete. The questions come in various formats, including multiple choice, drag and drop, case studies, and hands-on lab simulations. The case study questions present you with a detailed business scenario and ask you to answer a series of related questions, testing your ability to apply your knowledge to a real-world problem. The hands-on labs require you to perform specific tasks directly within the Azure portal, providing a direct test of your practical skills and abilities. To pass the DP-203 exam, you need to achieve a score of 700 out of a possible 1,000. The cost of the exam can vary depending on your country, but it is typically around $165. It is important to check the official Microsoft certification website for the exact pricing in your region. The exam is available in several languages, including English, Japanese, Chinese, and Korean, making it accessible to a global audience. You can choose to take the exam at a designated testing center or online from your own home or office, proctored remotely, offering flexibility to fit your schedule and location preferences. Earning the DP-203 certification is a significant milestone that can greatly accelerate your career in the tech industry. It is a respected credential that signals to employers and clients that you have a high level of expertise in Azure Data Engineering. In a competitive job market, having this certification on your resume can make you stand out from other candidates. It opens doors to roles such as data engineer, analytics engineer, BI developer, and big data engineer. Companies are actively seeking professionals who can help them leverage their data assets, and this certification proves you have the skills they need. Ultimately, investing the time and effort to achieve the DP-203 certification is an investment in your professional future. The skills you gain are not just theoretical, They are practical, in-demand abilities that are directly applicable to building the data solutions of tomorrow. As more organizations migrate their data operations to the cloud, the demand for certified Azure data professionals will only continue to grow. By becoming a Microsoft Certified Azure Data Engineer Associate, you are positioning yourself at the forefront of this technological shift, ready to build a rewarding and impactful career in the exciting field of data.